now we will broadcast for you the news in English on Radio Free Syria.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jum'a Al-Qasim for the last 10 years of Syria for the day, from Free Syria Radio. Starting with the headlines. The local coordination committees has documented for today up till now the number of martyrs in Syria has risen to 24 so far, including 4 children, a woman, and a person who was martyred under torture. 8 martyrs were reported in Damascus and its suburbs, 8 in Homs, 4 in Dara, 3 in Hama, and 1 in Aleppo. The Free Syrian Army advances in Aleppo northern border of the city, and the regime commits a horrifying massacre in Sanamin Dara. Most of the revolution figures condemns the Nusra Front last announcement. The regime tries to take Abel strategic village on the road in Homs and to the situation on the ground at the beginning. By Damascus, the clashes used this day on Jobar side synchronizing with artillery shelling. Moreover, the regime forces launched a detention campaign and house inspection in the Salih وإن المعظمية الشام and Babila shelling resumed by rocket launchers, which led to the fall of a number of injuries. In a time, fierce clashes took place in the Saida Zainab and Abbada town with heavy shelling on the area. Furthermore, frequent clashes here and there in An-Nabak city, Hajar al-Aswad quarter, Douma in the countryside, and finally Harasta, which was the most violent near the police residence. Moving to the west of the capital, the Zabadani, Daraya, Hosh Arab, heavy shelling resulted in a number of injuries and a rebel dead and a hit of a helicopter in Yabrud, resources are saying. To Dar'a, Sheikh Miskin, Da'i, al-Sham, and Iyib village in the Lajah were susceptible to haphazard shelling, causing some injuries and martyrs in Sheikh Miskin. However, the media office in Dar'a mentioned that 63 martyrs fell yesterday in the Sanamin town in a barbaric raid by the Assad Shabiha, shared by the members of Iranian Basij. The killing and the attack longed for 7 hours of rush, with shelling and firing back up with all types of weapons. And so more than 60 people were slaughtered by knives, 44 corpses identified and documented by names. The outer members of Iran were used as body shields for the Assad forces, so they will apply the Syrian army members to keep aside. A lot of eyewitnesses from the town narrated the story of the massacre, including torture, burning, field execution, heads cut, and maiming. Even after that, the inhabitants started to run away in panic. 10 cars loaded with refugees were targeted by the Assad Shabiha fires, also causing another sadness to the town. Activists said aftermath included also 11 children on the road to Kafar Shams on the old road. Until now, there is no accessibility to go get them. To Aleppo in the north, the Free Syrian Army could hit a helicopter over Salah ad-Din quarter, activists announced. A Jandul roundabout and the industrial area near Nearby witnessed harsh battles also by Shqayif area in the end has fallen with the Free Syrian Army hands. Again, the Free Syrian Army targeted a hill in the Kindi hospital, and the toll of Aleppo mortars was 35 according to the Syrian Human Rights Carriage in Aleppo. On the way, Homs, the warplanes struck Tel Bisa, causing casualties in the houses and the people. Also, the Ghanto was shelling by rocket launchers. This is in the countryside, but the besieged Khaldiya and other old city districts witnessed heavy shelling in the same way. To Hamam, the Free Syrian Army could destroy the Ghirbal checkpoint in the western countryside by a bombed car. Clashes circulated in Ataman town, and the news added shelling on Kafarzeta. To the north, in Idlib, from the early morning, the Free Syrian Army could get a helicopter fallen and the crew dead after a bomb with the earth explosion. In return, Sarmin, Khmeinas, Furkiya, and Ma'arat al-Nu'man were under attack from the Assad artillery. To Hish, the road of death, as the activists call it, the Free Syrian Army regiments keep to guard the road from any advancement of the Assad soldiers. Finally, a bombed car could blow a military checkpoint on Idlib Corniche. Moving to the east, the Assad warplanes struck the Qouriya, causing some injuries, and 4 rebels martyred in Ayyash village by an ambush of the official army. Politically, the Korean and Syrian crises have been high on the agenda of the foreign ministers from the G8 group of nations who have been meeting in London. At the end of the morning session at Lancaster House, UK Foreign Secretary William Hague said there had been intense discussions about Syria, the DPRK, North Korea, Iran, North Africa, as you would expect. The issue of Syria is likely to divide the G8 more than North Korea. Our correspondent says, with no one expecting Damascus ally Russia to join others in backing punitive action against President Bashar al-Assad. Fresh evidence of links between some opposition fighters and Al-Qaeda makes it even harder for governments to decide the course of action, our correspondent adds. The G8 ministers met Syrian opposition figures on Wednesday on the sidelines of the two-way forum. Leaders of the opposition Syrian National Coalition, SNC, reportedly pressed for more humanitarian assistance. More than 60,000 people are estimated to have died in the uprising against President Bashar al-Assad. Mr. Kerry, however, stressed the importance of the opposition becoming better organized, and a senior US official told reporters. More than that number, we told 60,000 people are estimated to have died since the uprising against the government of Bashar began in March 2011. By this weekend, we get to the end of this news for today. Introduced by Jum Al-Qasim and produced by Islam Al-Idilbi. Thank you for listening, and follow us on www.freesyria.webs.com, and you can contact us with Skype on Free Syria 42. Thank you for listening, and keep in touch.
Right now, we will broadcast for you the news in English on Radio Free Syria.